let me take you back to my assignment just to give you some clarity about what I was saying. See, they've actually given the tailwind.config.js file. So here they're actually adding the variable colors from where you can, in this root file, they're actually adding all the colors there. So from which you can take this colors from here in this file into our background boxes, that TSX, that file. You can take those colors from there. But I don't want to use this config tailwind.config.js file. So I'm going to add some hex colors which I have chosen for myself. Now let me take you to my VS Code. Over here, and I have already prepared the kind of colors I want to use. So I'm going to just directly paste it. I want to use all the cyan colors. Cyan colors, I want to use all the shade of cyan colors. You can copy, or you can also use whatever color you want to use. You can use that. So now I'm going to delete this. So I have my own set of colors. I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Okay, this is the sort of colors I want to use in my project. So let me just start my VS Code again. Let me just start my terminal again, because for some reason it has been, it has been quit. So let me just enter this and remove there. Just a few seconds. There you can see. 1 second. This so there you can see I'm getting all these pop-ups of the colors I want to use. So these are actually the cyan colors I have used. So you can also give whatever color you want. It's up to you. Yes. So what I'm thinking is adding 4 boxes under this, which will be acting like features of our project, which will be acting like we have been doing a SaaS landing page. So in our SaaS products, there should be some features of that product. So we will be showing the features here in this section. I will be creating 4 boxes. I giving them some good designs, and we will be having some features title, then we will be having some featured icon also. There will be 4 features, and this will be aligned in one row under this title, under this heading and subheading. So let's get started. So let me take you back to my VS Code. Then we will be writing some code how to make boxes. Okay, so now here. In our background boxes, I want to add 4 boxes under this heading and subheading. So let me create those. After this, I'm going to add a feature box. So feature box. I want to give it a title. I'm going to give it a, okay. So it actually imported something from above. Let me see what it, yeah. Have to select everything from the dialogues given. So I want to use the title, then icon. Then after this, I'm going to again, this is TSX file, right? So I'm going to give, this is the great title and the type of variable we're using. TSX is all about the type. So I'm going to write here string. If you don't give the types, it will show error. Then again, icon. I'm going to give the string also. I will build roof status. Then return. Yeah. Return, I want to return a div. How to give the class name here? The class name should be a flex. Flex column or good items center. Justify center. The justify center. Then I want to give it a padding of 2. Then in my small device, I want to give it a padding of 4. If you have to make it responsive. So the width of the box should be 24 and height should be also, if I want it to be a square. In my small devices, the boxes, the width should be 32 and the height also should be 32. So height 32. Now I want to make it responsive for medium devices. And medium, the width should be 40. Again, in my height, my height should be 40. The width and height should be 40. Okay, so now I just forgot to tell you something. This is flex column because we are actually giving an image and the title of that image or that feature. So you are using flex column. We want everything in one column, not a row. So that's it. Medium. In a medium devices, the height should be 40. And again, the large devices, the height should be 48. And the same way, the large devices, the width should be 48. Is now 48, 48. Then rounded. I want to get a rounded large. I want it to be more rounded. So according to your wish, you can give it SM or medium. I want to give it a large. You add more curves to the box. So I'm going to put a border also. In that border, I'm going to give it a color. Border Cyan 500. So this will look good. Yeah, then I want to give it a shadow also, and the shadows also are large. Then shadow, yan 500. Yes. So we see, yeah. So inside it, I'm going to use an image type. Image. IMG is used in normal React components, but in next we're actually using image. Also, image comes with sort of all the other attributes and all. In my image component, I have to import it image also. One second. Let me import my this word image. Let they import that image also. Import image from next image. In my image, I want to give it a source. I want to give it a source icon. These are all the variables I'm using. I'm not going to repeat all these feature box 1, feature box 2, feature box 3, and 4. So that's likewise, I'm using some common variables which I will be using for all the. I'm just going to map it. So now source icon, I want to give it a width. I will give it a width of 40. Once again, give it a width of 40. Is why it's coming an error here. Let's check. Okay, so alt is declared here, alt is mixing. Okay, so okay, if you do not give all the attributes of that tag, it will come an error. So let me just finish it. Okay, so height will also be 40. Height will be 40. Then the alt tag, alt attribute, sorry. Alt won't have to give, you have to give curly braces here. Alt title. So there are the little changes which is actually different from React. Then we're going to give some class name. Class name, I want to give it a 8, width of 8, height of 8. No. What is the, no, I don't want to give it a height and width I've already given. I don't want to give it again. In my small devices, I'm going to give width of 10. Then again, small devices, height of 10. You can actually import some of the pre-built components somewhere else if you don't want to set all the responsiveness and all. But as I'm doing this on my own, so I'm writing all the responsiveness of every kind of device. So small or W10, small X10. Now I'm going to give the responsiveness of medium devices. Medium, it will be 12. Then medium, again, it will be height 12. Height 12, then the large device, W16. The large device, height to be 16. Then MB2. This is margin below. Okay, now, okay. So we are done with the image tag. Let me see just, yes. After the image tag, I want to add a S4 attribute. I can see this error under the image is gone. It is because, image has other attributes like source, width, height, all. If you don't give any one of them, this will create an error. So now going back to H4 tag, H4 class name, the text should be white. The text should be small, extra small, and this in small, the text should be small.
But yes.
Yeah. Text should be small, and in my medium device, the text should be medium. Text should be base. Yeah. Then the large device, the text should be large. To be large and the text should be in the center. That is equal to center.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to use a variable that is title. And after this, yeah, this is over. So now we just have to use this feature box in on there. We have to just map this feature box up here. So before that, I'm going to give some dummy files here. So I'm not creating another file. I'm just going to write it here because there are only four features. So I'm going to write it here. So features. Going to give it a title. Okay, something has already been inputted. I don't have to choose from the drop down they are given. If you're giving the variable names on your own. So title to be let's give the full service full service payroll. Let me give this full service payroll. Then I'm going to give it a icon of what? I have one dummy file here, some dummy image here in my public. You can see this first pick the PNG. I'm going to import that. So when you're having a image in a public folder, we can directly import it by writing this. The directly you can import it by writing the first pick.png. That's called a file name. We can directly import it from there. We don't have to import it at the top, then again at the bottom. So this can be done when your image is in the public folder. Again, I want to copy this thing 4 times because I want 4 boxes. So I want to copy this 4 times. This thing, if you didn't do before in a feature box, and again, you have to write this 4 times altogether. So I'm using these variables called title and icon so that I just have to write this code once and I can just map it 4 times. And I forgot to give here format. Where it is. So I'm now going to import this featured box Just use this feature box in here. After my p tag, I'm going to add a div tag. I'm going to give some class names. I want to get a relative. This is important. Sorry, relative. Relative. Where is the expectancy? The margin top to be 8. Flex wrap. This is very important, otherwise it won't become responsive. Flex wrap, then justify center. I mean, you justify center. Then gap to be 4. What's it? Now, here you can see how I will use this feature. I will use this features.map function to map every feature in that features list into my feature box component. Features dot map. I'm going to map every feature of that feature list. Sorry, inside it. Now, feature, every feature in that features list, then arrow, after this, I'm going to use my feature box component key to be, my key is to be feature title. I'm not going to use IDs a lot. Feature dot title. Then title. Shit, again, I put it. Feature title, feature dot title. Then again, icon equals to feature dot icon. I'm going to use every variable I had used earlier. So why is it giving an error? That we just see. So I have left something here. Is it the times? Okay, this is just a second. Like this is a div here, then features dot map features. I have done this. Okay. I have to give this forward bracket. Feature box.
Well,
So actually there was some problem in that bracket. So I solved it and now it's error free. So now let me take you back to my Chrome page where you can see the total page. Okay. So here. So you can see there is so much of gap between the button and my next section. So I am going to bring it up. So I am going to use empty and a negation of 150 pixels. If I use positive 150, empty 150 pixel, so it will actually create more space because it will add an extra layer of margin onto this section. So I'm going to use minus 150. So let me use this. Let me bring you back to my VS Code. So I'm going to use empty. So then again 150 pixel. So now I'm going to use a negative sign here so that it will bring my section is completely closed. So if I show you my page, here I can see. Here I'll see the distance between the button and my second component is actually very less. So now, coming back to my VS Code, I'm going to give it some padding under my second section. So pixel is joined to the back, to the bottom part. So I'm going to give it some padding as a margin. A margin to be 36. Yeah, I want it to have the margin of 36 below my second component. So now this MB 36 and I want to give it a padding also. Margin because I want to give some space after the box, after my second section, and padding because I want to give some space under my boxes of my of the second component. I want to give some space down the boxes also inside my second component. So I want to use PB10. And also I'm going to give some of the padding to the top also. And again, I want to make that box. Let me show you. See the second section, you can see it is actually having the full width. I want to decrease the width. And you can see there is some padding on the top also and the bottom also. And because we had given MD 36, we are getting this kind of space here also. So now I'm going to add some. One second. I want to decrease the width from this side. So let me take you back to my VS Code. Here you can see in my VS Code, if I show you, I'm going to give the width of 3 by 4. It was full, so I'm going to give the width of 3 by 4. Let me take you back. Here you can say it was actually decrease the width on the sides and this 3 by 4 of the total page. So yeah, if this thing is over, in the next video, we will be going forward with this SaaS landing page. Thank you, everyone.